Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is March 6th. Is it still? Yes, it's still March 6th. It's 11/11. It's an angel number for those of you who care about that stuff like that. I thought it might be after 12. I wasn't sure how late it was. Oh, that was like right on cue. Okay. I am talking about General Hospital. I don't I always say it's going to be quick and then it's like 20 minutes, so I shouldn't say that, but we'll see. I'm tired. Sorry, I'm so sorry. If I were into the editing thing, I would edit that out, but I'm not. 'Cause, I do this more informally. But I did just watch the episode. It was so funny the way it ended. I thought that I had like hit a button and exited out of the Hulu app. Like I had did something wrong because it didn't feel like an ending. So then I tried to go back to Hulu and restart it, but it put me at the beginning of the episode, and I couldn't skip because of the ads. So then I went to YouTube to find one of the illegal uploads and skipped that to the end, and it was a repeat. It was a struggle, but then when I finally did find one that looked to be official, it ended in the same place. So I guess it just cut off in a weird place with Lilo and Maxie. But anyway, we start the show with James and Felicia, and it looks like he's broken his arm. I don't remember how he said he broke it later on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm probably zoned out because I don't care. You have Willow, James, Felicia in one scene, and I'm just like, I tried to pay attention because of Isaiah, but he wasn't even enough. But I know we do see James later on running into Kai and Trina, and I think he signs his cast, and that's cool or whatever. At first, I did think it was a little surprising that James would recognize him as the football player, because the football players wear their helmets all the time, and how much do you actually like see their face? But then I realized they don't have to have their helmets all the time, and they could do television interviews and stuff like that. That maybe it wasn't so far fetched as I thought. Um, Rick comes to see Portia again. I'm not going to put this on Ava. Was working with Rick, hiring Rick, bad advice? Yes. But Ava gave Portia good advice first. She told her several different ways, several different times to tell the truth. And Portia refused. But I do think that it's a bad idea. Portia even told Rick, Curtis hates secrets. I don't understand. Like, why? What are we doing? It's to be the chief of staff and to be like this brilliant doctor, which I don't even. Does Portia have a specialty? Is she just like a general? What is it? General practice? I don't remember. I I feel like I get dumb after 11, y'all. Like I know so many words. I promise I do, but they're all just like. Yeah, but Portia's being stupid. I wouldn't take any advice from Rick whatsoever unless it was like, what kind of locks for the chains for a pregnant woman to the panic room. I'll never let that go. That will always be the first thing I think about when it comes to Rick. And then the second thing I think about is how he messed with Sam. And I didn't like that because I know Sam, they were both drunk and Sam was a willing participant, but I'll never view it that way. I'll always look at him as taking advantage of her. It's so proper. I can be that way in real life. I don't know that I would view it the same way. I'm not a crazy person. I just don't fuck with Rick. Um, Liz mentioned Terry, and it is what is it, March? It's not even Pride Month. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know we could do that. For anybody who's not familiar with my brand of sarcasm or humor, or that like maybe somebody's watching this first time, please don't be offended. I am not transphobic. I actually the opposite. I think that it's messed up that they only bring Terry out for, it seems like she's in June. We'll see her again in June, I guarantee you, because every June we see her. Either Pride Month or Pacific Islander History Month, I think. Is that the right? I'm sorry, I might have her ethnicity wrong. I'm sorry. I know in those months, that's when they told her out for a couple of episodes here and there, and then we don't get to see her. I was surprised we even got a mention. I hope the actress gets paid a little bit for that. Let's see, Geo at the Quartermains, he comes into the room, says he has news that Tracy's not gonna like. He doesn't think Tracy will like. It's a guy at the gate surveying the land. It was nice that they mentioned they had a gate because, like, 5 minutes after that, Sonny walked right in. So I don't know how this gate works. It's like a selective gate. And even if there was security at the gate to let Sonny in, I can't imagine Sonny would be on the list of people that could just walk in. Even though this ain't the first time he done it recently. I was gonna say lately and recently, and it came out lately. Um, we've seen Sonny walk right into the queues many times, which is wild with all the history. I don't understand. It's weird when Carly's there too. You say time heals all wounds, but I feel like those wounds should be pretty open. Still sore spot, you know. Um, and let me see, it's Tracy is getting the property survey, blah blah blah. I don't care about this story. I love Lila. Edward, I appreciate it as a character. I didn't love him, but how do you love Edward? But though the way that he passed was beautiful. I think it was it the water pathogen story where Jerry Jacks and they had like the medicine, but they didn't have enough of the medicine. They only had enough for one person. So and Edward was gonna get it because Tracy was throwing the money around, but Edward wanted it to go to Emma so Emma could live. Yet another reason fucking Emma should be grateful for her life and not going around whining and complaining about everything, all the injustices in the world that don't affect her. Let's be honest. She's lived a very privileged life, even with all the trauma and things we went through. Her station in life is, she's very well off. I don't know why she's so angry all the time. I said, I don't know why she's so angry all the time. It's a little angry for me too, but it bothers me because I used to like little Emma. She was so sweet, such a nice little girl. Not saying she can't grow up, but it's like it's a different character. It's like the show is a different show. Like with every scene that plays out, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I have this somewhere in my notes later on. That like when Carly and Lula was talking, there were certain things that Carly mentioned that referenced the history of GH, which were true. And it's so crazy to me to hear her say things that are true. So I know that some writer somewhere knows the truth. But then you change all this other history. It's so insulting as a long-term viewer to watch. It's one thing I can suspend disbelief to know vampires, people coming back from the dead, all of that. But don't insult my intelligence and don't have me doing mental gymnastics trying to figure out what story you're telling me and what's truth is still true and what truth you changed. Like, stop rewriting the past, or if you do, like, consistently rewrite it. Don't pick and choose because it's hard to keep up. And I don't want to have to work that hard to enjoy it, which was my favorite show. Like, I don't have to agree with every plot line. I don't have to always enjoy the show, but it's starting to feel like a chore. Like, the best part about General Hospital, besides spending time with my daughter, watching it with her, is doing this and talking to y'all. Like, I enjoy talking about the show, even bitching about the show, more than the actual viewing experience, which is not a good sign. I want to, like, shake the powers that be. Like, praying to the GH gods, if someone can see this somewhere, please just have a meeting with me. Give me 1 hour of your time, and I will write you some fan fiction that will be so much better than what you're doing. I can stay on the budget. Like, give me whatever parameters, whatever box I have to work within, whatever y'all are dealing with that's making you make the show so bad, and I can help. I would do that for free. I'm sorry. It's just really annoying. It's hurtful because I've dedicated so much of my life to this show. Sounds crazy, but for real, like it's a long-term relationship here, and I feel like I'm giving more than I'm getting, and those are the relationships I don't keep in life. You don't stay with a man if all you're doing is giving, and if you get nothing in return. I feel like GH is giving me nothing in return. I might have to date somebody else. The Gates is looking really good over there. They fine. So, you might lose me. Let's see where we're at. Tracy suddenly being nice to Gio. Did I miss a conversation? Maybe Dante had a word with her about Gio feeling left out. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know why Tracy is so invested. Let me see if I can find those notes about that. Why Tracy is so invested. And I wonder, I wrote, did she actually care about Gio for some reason? I get it, she's his great grandmother, but she don't know that. Or did she just want to fight Sonny? And later on, when she talks to Gio, she said it is more about the former, about her actually caring. But it's not. You don't give a fuck about that boy. You like sparring with Sonny, and I get it. You should. Sonny should not be able to walk in the Quartermaines. He should not. Sonny, there should be like a shoot to kill order on site if he stepped foot on that property, because then it's trespassing. And legal, I guess. I don't know. Like Sonny killed Jagger on their property, right almost in front of Michael, and then pretended to have sex with Carly in Tracy's bed. And he's still just walking in. What are we doing? And I know nobody knows that he killed Jagger except for Michael. It's all covered up. We forgot that happened. But still, he pretended like him and Carly in Tracy's bed. That should be enough. I don't understand. I was wondering why Tracy brought up Sonny's past, but I think it was just for Gio to be there to hear it. I think that he's gonna, find out more about Sonny's past. I guess he don't have Google, but once he does find out more about Sonny's history, it'll be a source of conflict for him. Even though he loves him and everything that he's done for him, that'll put some tension in their relationship. And maybe, I don't know. Does Sonny know? I don't know. When it went off today, I was wondering if how Lois is gonna respond to Sonny when he asked her if he should stay away from Gio. If she's gonna be like, no, that's your grandson, or if Sonny's gonna be like, I mean, he is my grandson. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows with these writers? Oh, and then back to Gio talking to Tracy about Sonny and how he was at all these recitals and stuff. That was what, 20 years ago? Maybe 15 years ago. Sonny won't go into no recitals 15 years ago. What the hell are we talking about? I saw that Sonny. Sonny was having people's bodies buried in the Pine Barrens. Well, no recitals. Drew. I was happy to see that Drew remembered Oscar. Like, I was just complaining yesterday or the day before that he acted like Oscar didn't exist. But then he set up, have this charity set up or whatever, which is cool. But then, like, kind of using that to, like, connect with Trina, even though Drew knows that he's blackmailing Trina's mother and that him and Curtis are both at war. That just made him gross. And it made me wish that, it made me glad that the real Drew, Billy Miller's Drew, was actually Oscar's father. And that they got to spend some time together. And that I have those mental images of those scenes to, cherish their relationship in my mind and my heart, because General Hospital, if it was Cameron Matheson's Drew, this version of Drew, not to blame the actor, it's the writing, but if I'm glad that I can have those two separate Drews in my mind, two separate stories, because I wouldn't want to taint the beautiful story that they showed at the end of Oscar's life with Drew. I wouldn't want that to be tainted by whatever this is. All right, I'm gonna scroll back up because I think I'll talk about more Carly and Lulu at the beginning. Yeah, so I was surprised that Lulu. I didn't even realize it was the next day, first of all. But then that she went to Carly. I feel like it would have made more sense to go to Maxie. But not that I want Maxie in that situation, but Maxie would be. I don't want Maxie to have to deal with that, but it would have been a better conversation for me, because Maxie actually cares about Brooklyn now, and Maxie cares about Dante, and Maxie cares about Lulu. Later in the conversation between Lulu and Carly, it kind of made sense. They were able to bring up Bobby and the real past of Carly's adoption. They brought up Lulu and her abortion from Dylan, real history. I was happy to see the real history, but then in that whole conversation, Carly never mentioned that she felt guilty or felt bad or anything about the time she paid, then blackmailed, forced, strongly encouraged Brooklyn to have sex with Dante to break them up because she wanted to get back at Dante and Lulu for what happened to Michael. I feel like that should come up. Like, that's one of the things I was talking about earlier that just pisses me off. Like, picking and choosing of the history that we're gonna implement or like remind us of. It's I can't keep up, and I'm pretty good at keeping up, but I can't keep up when they're just like at their whims deciding what is relevant and what's not. Oh goodness, that might be it. All right, let me go back into Venus because I've been all over the place. We talked about that. Talked about that. Talked about that. We talked about that. Yeah, I didn't say much about Kai and Trina. Cute scene, whatever. It not much happened. Oh, Sidwell and Natalia. I think I left that out on purpose. I don't care. My actual note says, what a waste of airtime. I don't care about either of these characters. And then you put them together in a scene. I don't care. Not at all. But I don't know. It kind of makes Natalia look a little even worse because if she, knowing who Sidwell is, knowing that she thinks he's after Sonny, knowing Sonny's apartment went boom, shouldn't she warn Sonny? Or are the feelings she's developing for him not real? What is her reason for not saying that? If you want me to care about this relationship, this budding romance between them, then why is she not being honest? You could say because maybe he is Blaze's father and he doesn't know, but I feel like if he has all these resources like they're acting like he did, he would know that. Like, I don't understand. I say I don't understand so many times talking about General Hospital. And I'm not stupid. I can understand so many things. I just need them to make sense. And then I can kind of follow. Yeah, I said I don't recognize this show and it breaks my heart. I think I said that a few minutes ago. It's really sad because I don't recognize General Hospital anymore. Just because we have a couple of the characters and actors that are the same, it's like nothing else about it is authentic. All right, yeah, that's it. Except for at the end, I didn't understand why we had Sidwell and Alexis. But then we see he has the dagger, and so I don't know what is the point of bringing that back up. The last time I remember seeing that dagger was, isn't that the dagger Julian held to her neck? And I think it came back afterward, but I don't remember with who. Was it with the therapist? Was it with Neil and Alexis? I can't remember. I wouldn't mind Julian being back, but I always say that because I think it would give good story, but I don't trust them to give good story. Like, I guess we're gonna make Wally sick, and then maybe Julian can come drop in that magic bone marrow. Do y'all remember when was it Wally? No, it was Danny. Danny, I said Wally. When Danny, oh yeah, I've been wanting this for a while. Danny to once we got this older actor, I was like, ooh, let's do that because I would like to see him in that. Not that I want to see a young guy being sick, but I think the actor could pull it off, and that it would give good story to have Julian come back. But remember when he was sick before, and he was the only one that was the match for Danny, and Sonny was like, "I'm about to kill you," and Julian was like, "Oh no, you can't touch me! I got that magic bone marrow." I love that shit. Julian was practically dancing around the hospital because you couldn't touch him. Gloating, so I wouldn't mind him gloating some more, but that would probably just a fantasy in my own mind that'll never happen because we don't get to have nice things. All right, that's all I got. I'm going to apologize for being so negative, but I'm not going to tell you that it will get better because I need the show to get better, and then I can be in a better mood. But I'm so glad for you guys for watching this, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, engaging with me, especially commenting. Let me know that I am not alone, that I'm not a crazy person, that I'm just not a negative Nancy, and that like you agree with some of the things that I'm saying, and you see like how absolutely ridiculous this shit is too. Um, it lets me know I'm not alone. So if I was not doing this, I would probably skip a few episodes and then hope that it would get better in my absence. But you probably would, because that's how it goes, you know. Skip a day and it's like the best episode ever. All right, it's 11:30. I'm gonna get my ass ready for bed. Hope you all have a good night. Thank you for watching. Live long and prosper.